My name is Kathleen Benjamin, and I'm a licensed practitioner with Centers for Spiritual Living. At the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we're actively co-creating a world that evolves through the power of service, prayer, and play, a world that works for everyone. We celebrate all paths that lead to the recognition of the divine. We honor shamanism as a path of the inward journey and soul travel. We honor Hinduism as a path recognizing the divine in each person. We honor Judaism as a path of law. We honor Taoism as a path recognizing the perfect order and balance of the universe. We honor Buddhism as a path of compassion and peace. We honor Christianity as a path of love and forgiveness. We honor Islam as a path of constant prayer. We honor Baha'i as a path recognizing the oneness of all religion. We honor New Thought as a path of healing and the power of the mind. And we honor you and the path that brought you here.
Welcome to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. My name is Reverend Kristen Kephart, and I'm the spiritual director here. Currently, we are 100% virtual, which means all of our offerings are online. So whether you've been with us for 45 years or today is your first time, please check out our website for the most up-to-date and current information on what we have going on here. And if you're interested in receiving a weekly newsletter, right there on the front page, sign up for the newsletter. It will arrive on Thursdays. Here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we are part of Centers for Spiritual Living, and I want to share with you our global vision, where all life is honored as expressions of the divine, where people live according to spiritual truth, where humanity awakens spiritual magnificence, where humanity rediscovers personal creative power, where we live as one global family, where kinship with all life prospers, where unity and connection is emphasized, where forgiveness is the norm, where spiritual guidance is valued, where we are called to conscious social action, where people have enough food, homes, and a sense of belonging, where there is peace, harmony, and justice for all, where resources are valued, cared for, and shared, where communities are meaningfully involved in service to the world, where there is a renewed emphasis on beauty, nature, creativity, art, and aesthetics. We believe in a world that works for everyone. I also want you to know here at the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living that you are honored, that you are loved. You are loved. And I look so forward to gathering together in the near future. Let's hold that as our vision for our center, that we are gathering together. But as of for today, right here, right now, let's not forget to thank Spirit for this beautiful day. This beautiful day, whether you look outside and it is raining, it's sunny, it's hailing quarter-size balls of snow and ice, whatever it is, know that the beauty of the day, the beauty of the night, it shines from the inside out. So just take a deep breath of that beauty and know. Take a deep breath with me. Let it go. And just rest in that and celebrate this beautiful, beautiful day. Next, please join me as we sing our congregational song, Opening Up in Sweet Surrender. Take it away.
Welcome to Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living. We're so delighted that you're here with us. We're going to share some music with you. I'm Jennifer Russell.
I'm Michael Gale.
Let's open up in sweet surrender. Here we go. opening up in sweet surrender to the luminous love light of dawn. We are opening, we are opening, we are opening, we are opening. Oh, and let's put our hands on our hearts and close our eyes and come within to absolutely remember who we are. We are the light of heaven that never fails, that we are the I am that I am, that we are one with all there is. I love and adore you, my beloved presence, I am. Let's open up our hearts to each other. I love and adore you. I am grateful that you are on this journey with me.
Greetings. My name is Kathleen Benjamin. Our theme of the month is Stepping into the Unknown. Our talk title for today is The Winds of Change. And the affirmation for today is, I am consciously aware of the presence of spirit. Again, I am consciously aware of the presence of spirit. I'm consciously aware of the presence of spirit as me. I'm consciously aware of the presence of spirit as you. I am consciously aware of the presence of spirit as everything, everywhere. I am consciously aware of the presence of spirit. So thank you so much for allowing me to be your practitioner today. I am so excited about being here at Padre Sierra Parish, this place of beauty, this place of joy, this place of love, this place that has so many blessings. So the vibrational tone that I am in is so amazing. I am sharing some of the beautiful sights here through the pictures today. And enjoy these pictures as we take a moment to turn within. And so we turn within in gratitude for this moment and this opportunity to consciously step into the alignment of oneness with spirit. Knowing that right where I am, God is, and right where you are, God is, and that we are all connected. We are all connected heart to heart into the love of God. We are the love of God. I know that the love of God is revealing itself as my life, as your life, as all lives. This thing that created everything out of itself is being revealed as itself as this very moment, as the unfoldment of this service. And so we stand in our divine synchronicity, knowing that we are always guided and led to the highest possible activity of our life. Yes. Yes, yes. And so we say thank you in advance to Reverend Kristen for her holy yes and the holy message that she is bringing today. We know that because of it, we are changed, we are inspired and transformed and elevated by her yes. So we say thank you, God. Thank you, God, for Reverend Kristen. Thank you, God, for Jennifer Russell and Michael Gill, knowing that harmony reveals itself as the vibrational tone of the day. We know that we are lifted and led through the harmonizing good of this music today. And I say thank you, God, for this service as a whole and for each person here. And I know that they are blessed each time they hear it. This service is blessed. Our lives are blessed. And because of our gathering and our unified field of awareness and our conscious choice to love and reveal love, changes the vibrational tone on the planet. For this and so much more, I stand in high holy gratitude for this day, for this service, for your life. In high holy gratitude, I say, amen.
Whenever we bless each other, we lift the energy. And I'm going to ask you to also bless yourself. This song is called The Buddhist Blessing.
Today we're talking about the winds of change. So I'm going to start off with an airplane story that I saw on Facebook. I don't remember the exact details, so I am just going to make up the names and just go with me on this one. So there was this young adult named Cody, probably about 22 years old, and he boarded a flight in Denver. Got a window seat, and then two other people who he didn't know took the aisle and the middle seat. Anyway, they take off, they don't exchange any conversation, and if you've ever flown out or into that airport, there can be a tremendous amount of turbulence, which is what happened. Horrible turbulence. And this kid, Cody, was able and just spoke it out loud. I am really nervous and I need you to talk to me right now. And instead of this awkward pause of, why do you need help? Or, I'm not going to talk to you. The couple actually engaged right off and they said, hi, my name is Bob and Susan, and we're here and we're going to this destination. What do you like to do for fun? What's your passion? Turns out that they both had there was an interest in music. So after the turbulence ends, they continue their conversation the entire flight. And why am I sharing this with you? Why? First off, it was really nice of the couple to just jump in and be present to what this young gentleman needed. Secondly, the young gentleman was able to speak what he needed. I personally, or think about times where you have been somewhere and you just suffered through. You suffered through because we didn't want to ask somebody or disrupt somebody, or you don't want somebody to think you're foolish. And this young adult knew what he needed and he asked for it. And just like when we say a prayer and we speak our prayer, we already know our words are in motion and the action is already taking the place. The prayer is being answered right then and right there. Today's talk, overall, what we're trying to teach or share here is the more that we allow ourselves to become less resistance to the upsets in our life and those turbulent moments, that we can actually embrace opportunities. We can embrace the opportunities that are in that moment that will move us into another direction. We have choice. We always have choice. I'm going to talk about choice today. We can stay comfortable where we are right now. Good place, not such a good place. But we can stay where we are and what we know, or we can step into a new situation, a new environment. We can step into a place where there's chaos just because it's new. And we open ourselves up, releasing and working through any blockages we might have, and that we make our choices to create a life that works for not only ourselves, but for all. Ernest Holmes, the founder of Science of Mind, had this to say: keeping the goal in mind, refusing to be baffled or defeated, with uplifted thought and calm, but definite purpose, we cannot fail. We cannot fail. In case you don't know this fact, I took up camping in 2020. It was something that from 35 years ago, I said I'm never going to do it again. And here I was in the middle of a pandemic trying to figure out a way where I could do something safely and that was fun and that was a comfort for myself and my animals that I was taking along. I didn't even know if I was going to like it. So I opted for getting a tent that actually fits onto my car. So it creates, like, think of it creates a workspace slash sleeping area. And then there's a big room that I have stairs so my animals can go up and down and get all of their needs met. So we're all in this 2-room, lovely palace for our enjoying pleasure. Turns out I love camping. I love camping so much that I am trying to figure out what the next thing is to uplift my current situation. I have lots of friends out there that are concerned about my safety because I'm traveling alone and I am using a tent. I feel safe. I don't have an issue with safety. What I do have an issue with is I bought this, as I said, this tent that fits to my car. And it said that it can be set up by one person. So I bought it. It arrived, went off on my first trip, and sure enough, it took 2 people. Then I went on my next trip, and it still needed 2 people. So each time I became more and more into I'm going to defeat this tent and I'm going to succeed doing it as one person. And then also knowing that each time I go out, that I am guided and guarded and blessed by Spirit, so I allow things to flow. I just breathe through it, and when I'm ready to surrender, that I'm not able to do it by myself, sometimes it's been 2 hours. Like, it's embarrassing to tell you how long that I struggle, but I struggle. And then I step back and take a deep breath and go, I need some help. Asking for help for me personally from strangers, very hard. Interestingly enough, each time someone is either walking by or they continue to walk by, they walk their dog, they come back, they go to the store, they come back, and here I am still doing my thing, and they offer their help. And then it works out beautifully. I utilize the help of that second person for about 10 minutes, and then my tent is good to go for the duration of my stay. Richard Rohr had this to say, "It is in these moments that we are broken open and can release the blockages in our lives. Otherwise, we hold on to them with resistance." For me, I was holding on to this resistance and this idea that this pamphlet said I can do it. It can be put up by one person. I have noticed, and I'm working on my resistance to asking for help. This story is very valid right now in my life. It's very, very valid. And I'm working through and releasing my resistance, or releasing my blockages to this whole thing. Most of us crave order in our lives. Most of us don't care for chaos in our lives. Okay? So when we have these life upsets, think of something that might be going on in your life right now, or we can use, being in a pandemic for the last year plus, that once we recognize what's going on, what's going on with me, not what's going on with another person. You let that other person do their work. Talking about here doing my own work, that looking at that upset, going into it calm and balanced, knowing again that Spirit or God's got my back. And then I accept my peace to it. I accept the peace, and I see where the resistance is, or I see where the blockages is, or I can see through that to what the solution is. And then once that work's done, we're at choice. When we begin to consciously set ourselves into the realization that we live in pure spirit. We live in pure spirit. We are made up of pure spirit. We are not pure the whole thing. We are a piece of that. Once you open up to that, it is far easier, where you're not walking with the world on your shoulders, or you're feeling like you're alone out there, that once you open that up, that you find yourself renewed and feel so much better, and that you are accepting that you are led by divine intelligence, and that we are guarded by divine love. We can actually take a big breath, put our shoulders down, release that weight on our neck and shoulders, and let it go. Let it go and start practicing this presence. Start stepping into your truth of who you are, and allow the divine to work through, in, and as you, instead of constantly coming up and hitting all of those blockages. Ernest Holmes had this to say: "This is the greatest discovery of all time. The road to freedom lies not through mysteries or occult performances, but through the intelligent use of nature's forces and laws." It's already here. It's already with you. Consciously become aware and start using it in your life, and watch magnificent changes, magnificent releases of joy and excitement in your life. So we use what we're taught, we're utilizing, we actually put spiritual tools and understand the laws and activate them consciously into our lives. For the last couple of weeks, I was finding myself becoming less and less. I was just in a funk. Wasn't in a funk because there was a reason to be in a funk. I just felt completely depleted. I forgot who I am. It happens to everyone. And I'm sharing this in case you are going through something like this, or for future reference, to not feel like you're the only one, or that you're not good enough, or that you're not worthy. I already had all of those things going through my mind. So, spiritual tools, meditation, didn't want to do it. Didn't do it. Visioning, didn't do it. Tried to pray myself out of the hole. Couldn't do it. And I was finding myself sinking further and further into the depths of darkness. And then I struggled and I wrestled. Oh, I don't want to bother anybody. I don't want to bother anybody. So I chose, I was at choice, we're always at choice, consciously or not, we're making a choice. I chose to continue to suffer, not look at the issue or face it, but rather just continue to be in this space. Sometimes being in those dark places are very, very beneficial. I'm not saying to do a spiritual bypass here. Like, if you're in a funk, stay in a funk. I was in my funk and I'm like, I want out of this funk. And everything that I know to do and everything that I know about spirit and the universe, that it is all here for me to take now. I had blockages. I couldn't move. I was frozen. I ended up texting a friend and I said, got time to pray? My request was sent out, and within less than 30 seconds, I got back, yes. And then my phone rang. And I picked it up, and this person asked me a few questions. And I tried to just do this overall, here's what I need prayer for, just pray for me. But I don't want to tell you everything that's going on, but just pray for me. And this person asked me a few more questions and then started sharing things in their life. And then there was laughter and back and forth. And there was a release. I was talking earlier about carrying the world around on your shoulders. There was a release. It was like, there's freedom. I can actually see the light at the end of the tunnel. And then prayer happened, and I'm a big proponent of prayer, and I am feeling so much better. I actually am beginning to feel like me, the me that I've known for 10 years, 20 years now. Use what you have at your fingertips. You are not always required to be bubbly and sparkly. You aren't. Be human. And in this humanness, if you need help, reach out. Reach out like Cody did. Reach out like I did. Sometimes we have individuals in our life, like the people that keep walking back and forth on my tent, that I don't speak my prayer, but really what I'm doing is throwing it out there that, hey, I could use some help. And then my prayer is answered and it shows up. A way to circumvent that would be for me to speak out and say, hey, I need some help. Or better yet, I'm taking a few days off and going camping. And instead of being so fixated and so, it says that it only takes one person to set this palace up, I believe I found another solution. It hooks on to, it's a little different. It's I need to go test it out before we hit the road, but I'm trying something new. And in this thing, this time of the wind and change, where I'm going happens to be very windy at times. And I don't know how this thing is going to hold up. But what I do know is that if anything comes forward as an issue, or if chaos bubbles up and brews overboard, that I know the answer, that I am open and willing to accept the help I need. Open and willing. And that help might be a person, that help might be the bright idea to detach the thing from my car and, weight it down as we, go through this 25-mile-an-hour winds. Like, I've thought about it, but at the same time, I know that it's going to work out. I know that I can set this thing up as one person. I can set it up. It works. It will work in the idea of having this two-room condo, I'll call it, my palace on wheels, that will work for me and my animals. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep you posted how all of that works out. I'll keep you posted, and not only by me speaking about this today, it reminds me as well to, when I walk into new things, when I walk into chaos, I observe, I take it in, take a step back, take a breath before reacting so I can properly respond. And that entire time, remembering who I am, for you to remember who you are, to stand in that divine authority, knowing that together with Spirit, I got this handled. The only way to the other side of something is through it. We get to the other side and we go, hurrah, thank you, Spirit. This is better than I could have even imagined. And have more and more and more of those experiences. Embracing change, being open, being curious, making a renewed commitment of what your vision of your life looks like and what you want. All of that working together helps make the choices for you to align with the vision that you see for your best life and to put it in action. Keep the target in mind. Keep the goal in mind. If whatever you're doing doesn't fit with that, stop doing it and refocus on the path that's leading you into that direction that you want to go and be in. Let's co-create a world that works for all. Let's co-create together. Have you create the best life that you can imagine and feel for yourself. What would that look like? What would that look like, and what do steps need to happen to put that in action? One of them's going to be openness. Another one's going to be willingness. There's probably a learning component to it too. Stepping up your spiritual practice through meditation, through prayer, through taking classes. Continue that spiritual journey so you can continue to evolve and understand more and more and more. It's not about our destination, it's about the adventure of us getting there. But always remember that Spirit, God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, your higher self, is always within you. Always. And that space within you has the answers. Your sacred space is where you can find yourself again and again. That's the truth. The truth, that sacredness is already within you. Spend some time there this week. Spend some time in your sacred space within. And until next time, know that you're loved, honored. Let's go into prayer. Put your feet on the ground. Open or close your eyes. Prayer works either way. And join me. Let's take a deep breath in and release. Another deep breath in and release. One more time. Deep breath in and release. In that unifying breath, I recognize that there's only one thing happening here, the only one thing that there ever is and ever will be, and that is spirit. Spirit is everything and in everything. And in that everything, I recognize that I too am part of it. I am not all of it. I am a part of it. I'm an individualized expression of it. And I know that same truth for everyone else and everything else on this planet. So that relationship, that union between spirit and I is one. And in that oneness, we come together knowing that there is one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. And that life is my life now. So I claim for each of us, I claim that my life is full of joy and adventure and on point, and I am open and willing to receive everything. I am open and willing to receive life as it comes. I stand as that wind of change, as it shifts from life of easy to a difficult situation. I remain solid and strong and in balance because I know that spirit has got my back. I am consciously aware of that oneness and of that union. I cherish it. I sit and in wonder about it. And I allow and watch my life blossom. So I claim abundance. I claim abundance for all because there is always enough to share. I have abundant relationships that what I put out is actually what mirrors back to me. And my relationships are blossoming as well. That money is just a currency, of moving currency around. That there too is plenty of that. That all of our needs are met right here and right now. I open up my heart. I open up my mind. And I am willing. I am willing to receive my blessings. I am willing to help my brother, sister, and sibling. I am willing to stand in this thing called life with fullness, with appreciation, with anticipation. For my good is my God, and my God is my good. And that's how I start each and every moment of my day. Each and every moment of my day. I know that our body temples are working in divine right order, that they are working and doing the best that they know how. That anything that's clogging anything, that it reroutes and knows how to work through it. That I spend time knowing and imagining and that my body is working in divine right order, and then it shows up as divine right order. I show up and I do my part, and I go to doctors, whatever it is, because that too is God. The medicine prescribed, that too is spirit. It is all part of the one. I have such appreciation for knowing this truth, for knowing that this is my life, and I claim it now. not next week. I claim my good now. Join me in saying to yourself, I claim my good now. And it is done. So I release my words into the law that says yes. Says yes. So I speak what I want. Yes, yes, yes is the answer. And it is done. We let it be. We let it rest. And together we say, and so it is. Amen. Now it's time for conscious giving. If you have a gift to send to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, we say thank you. If you've already sent your gift, we say thank you. So let's bless our gifts that we have to give. Join me. This gift I give is God in action. I send it forth with joy, confidence, and ease. I am blessed by the law of giving and receiving. And now I share my good with life, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. And if you are wondering how to give to the Camarillo Center for Spiritual Living, you can send in your checks to our P.O. Box, 2360 Camarillo, California, 93011. You can use our text to give option or PayPal. All of the links are in the chat. Also, if you're interested in electronic tithing, please contact our office at 805-484-1137, and we would be delighted to speak with you, discuss the program, and send you forms and answer any questions. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We receive the gifts and we're able to continue this ministry here at
Wonderful to be with you today. Let's celebrate with this beautiful song as we go out. Something wonderful is happening through me, through you, through us. And I just want to give a shout out to you, Reverend Kristen, for holding down the fort for us in this interesting time. And thank you, practitioners, for always nourishing our hearts in prayer. You ready?
I'm ready.
2, 3, 4.